Now on Emeritus Newsbrief, I'm Lynn Houston. The Social Security Administration has agreed to a massive $500 million settlement affecting 80,000 beneficiaries who were illegally cut off from their benefits and 200,000 other people who will now become eligible for benefits. The settlement, approved in a federal court in Oakland, California, restores benefits that were illegally stopped for those accused of being felons on the run from justice, but some decisions were based on wrong information or improperly interpreted information by a computer. One such case, a grandmother from Nevada whose identity got mixed up with a rape suspect, prompting the Social Security Administration to stop her benefits. She and others sued and won the settlement. It affects tens of thousands of people whose benefits were stopped and others who were declared ineligible between the years 2000 and this year. If you think you may be affected, you might consider hiring an attorney. The settlement is complicated, but you can read a copy of it on the Emeritus News Financial Pensions page. A startling report out from the Governmental Accountability Office released by the Democratic and Republican leaders of the Senate Special Committee on Aging. The GAO says the number of poorly performing nursing homes that are monitored in a special facility focus program should be expanded from the current 136 to 580. The GAO says almost 4%, or 580 of the nation's roughly 16,000 nursing homes, could be considered the most poorly performing. These 580 homes were picked from more than 700 that were candidates for the program, including the 136 nursing homes actually selected. Indiana had the highest number of poorly performing nursing homes with 52. See the rest of the story on the Emeritus News Healthcare page. And at a conference at Johns Hopkins University, World Bank President Robert Zoellick told the audience the U.S. dollar's reign as the top world currency may be nearing an end.
The current assumption is that the post-crisis political economy will reflect the rising influence of China, probably of India, and of other large emerging economies. Supposedly, the United States, the epicenter of the financial crisis, will see its economic power and influence diminished. There are good reasons for this perception. China has responded strongly to the crisis, both in terms of stimulus and monetary policies, and it seems to have a deep treasure chest to back up its first moves. China has enjoyed a rapid recovery, which has assisted others, underscoring China's growing influence. Indeed, today, China acts as a stabilizing force in the global economy. Together, China and India account for 8.5% of world output. They and other developing countries are growing substantially more rapidly than the developed countries. And yet, China's future is not yet determined. Its rapid recovery in 2009 was fueled by an expansion of credit of 26% of GDP in the first 8 months of this year.
Zoellick says the dollar's value will also depend on the extent to which we see the return of a dynamic, innovative, and better regulated private sector economy. Also on the Emeritus News homepage, one economist tells why she sees no light at the end of the tunnel on employment for many long-term jobless workers. The Veterans Administration starts a loan program to help those involved with the VA's beleaguered fall college tuition and housing program payments, which are late. And the FDA reviews its approval of a knee patch system that turns out to be defective. The latest on the biggest issues and public policy at emeritusnews.com. And live 24 hours, 7 days a week on the Emeritus News channel at livestream.com. That's an Emeritus News Brief. I'm Lynn Houston.